it was almost unavoidable that we would play honor to maybe the biggest, more dramatic, more in-depth dramatic operatic composer from the 18th century, which is Händel. We looked at the music of Händel many times, wanted to program him, but in this case we want to create, together with the music of Händel, also an homage to the early opera techniques, also in the sense of theater and drama. In that sense, Händel's music was the perfect medium to do this.
Toen zijn we eigenlijk gestart met een heel uitgebreide research. We hebben echt gewoon alle libretti van de belangrijkste opera's van Händel in kaart gebracht. Alle muziek geluisterd, sowieso. En ook onderzoek gedaan naar alle theatertechnieken uit die tijd. En eigenlijk is het mijn rol geweest om daaruit een soort van de kern te halen van wat we wilden doen. En dat werd een scenario. En in dat scenario zaten allerlei heel veel muziek, 48 muziekstukken, soms delen daaruit van Händel. Die vormen eigenlijk één muzikale lijn. En dat is de vertelling meteen. Dus je krijgt een verhaal verteld, deels door stukken met tekst, dus vocale muziek. En deels ook instrumentale muziek, waarin dus het verhaal met stil spel eigenlijk op die muziek wordt verteld.
That can be like overtures, could be like dances, music which has a dramatic effect. But also we have a particular moment in the opera where an opera is done within the opera in a smaller setting, in a small theater. And for that particular part, we decided to use chamber music. So in the musical setting, in the musical setup, also we go smaller to go more intimate. Something which is maybe worth mentioning is what in the Baroque was called as a theory of affects, which means that the music and certain figures used in the music and in the text as well, coming from the rhetorical principles, could serve to paint particular emotions. Mostly in the Baroque period, we have one or two emotions in each piece. And Händel was, again, really a master of that. He could really write maybe a 12-minute aria where basically one emotion is painted, but it's painted in very, very many different ways.
En al die aria's die vertolken eigenlijk zo'n emotie. En daarom is het ook grappig dat juist die muziek en die kant van die opera's over de tijd niets aan effect heeft ingeboet. Nog steeds worden we heel erg geraakt door die hele droevige aria's en door dat hele furieuze.
For this production we are collaborating again with the Nederlandse Bachvereniging. And for me personally, it is every time an incredible joy and honor, and I would say almost luxury, to work with this ensemble. All of these musicians are rooted in the tradition that we call as historical performance practice. HIP, some people define it, historically informed performance, where you try to go back to the time of the composer and have all possible information to perform the music in a way that it sounds as if it was just written. That, together with young musicians which are very passionate about this way of performing, makes it, for the audience, a unique opportunity to really go back, in this case, to the 18th century, but also leave that as a very alive way of performing today. And when you combine that with actually a stage presentation, which also goes back to the origins, but makes it relevant and communicative today, I think that will be for the audience a very, very unique opportunity.